So, when I was organizing the worst anime of the year list and just going through the list of stuff I watched altogether, I realized something. 2020 was a damn good year for anime. Like, there was a lot of great shit this year. Like, I'm sure you all heard about the big heavy hitters, several of which will be on this list. But all in all, when the worst things I could say about a lot of shows was it was a little lackluster or I didn't laugh as much as I would have liked to, you know it was a pretty good year all around. And even when organizing the best list, like, oh my god, I am still struggling to wonder if some of these shows should have gone where they were, if some should have gotten higher, or this should have been a little bit lower, because this was just a little bit better than this, and oh god, there was some great stuff this year. Now, as always, I should open with a few caveats. First and foremost, this is my list based on things I like and things I went after. So if you've been following me for a while, you know my tastes, so you might have an idea why some things are here and get placed over others. Thing two, I did not get to everything this year. There was just too much good stuff. I haven't seen Great Pretender yet. I haven't watched Decadence. There's a few big things I know I should have watched. They just got kind of lost in the sauce for me. And because of this, it leads on to the most important caveat, and that is 2020 anime was truly defined by some very high-profile sequels and continuations and big finales to big franchises. And you know what? A few of them are on this list. Yeah, a big portion of my anime watching time this year went to getting caught up on shows with pretty sizable episode catalogs to get up to their current most up-to-date seasons. That's probably why I didn't get to as much stuff as I would have liked to. But hey, these are the shows that I watched, and these are the forms of escapism that helped get me through 2020, and we'll still be relying on anime to be our big escapism to get us through 2021. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Starting off the list is Fruits Basket Season 2. I really liked Season 1. It was on last year's list. And this season really does a lot to continue the themes of abuse and healing and trying to adapt and adjust and live with problems. And I think that, even though I think at times the way the show represents these concepts does feel dated. Remember, Fruits Basket, the manga, goes back like the 90s. Like, it's been a long time since this was made, and I do wish they would maybe clean some stuff up and update a few things instead of kind of letting the show's more slower and kind of awkward moments just go as is. I think all in all, this is a very nice interpretation of those themes, and I really think there's a nice heart and a nice sense of earnestness to this show, and some really great comedy and some really great characters, and I think all in all, if you're looking for a drama that doesn't always feel like it has to have the most poignant sad moments, that it can just bring you in with the day-to-day lives of these characters, I think this is really something you should check out if you haven't already. Up next is the Wait What, This Is Here award, and of course it's gotta go to a redemption story, and what better redemption story was there in 2020, and mostly the second half of 2019, but Gundam Build Divers Rerise. Yes, don't turn off the video, I swear. This is really fucking good. Gundam Build Divers was shit. So when I saw that the Build franchise was continuing, I thought, oh no, here we go. But I gave it a try, and this is a really good Gundam show. Like, whether you prefer it when the robots are really there, or if you're okay with the sort of virtual world deep dive aesthetic, this is a show that really moves the themes forward of what you can do with this type of story. I really love the directions it goes with artificial intelligence, the impact that has on the world. I like the themes within the characters. I like their relationships. I like this squad of goofballs. They're really lovable and really fun. I think the main character's drama works insanely well. And hell, this is a Gundam that has genocide in it. They tease it in these shows, but it's actually fucking here. And if you're a Gunpla fan like I am, you know Core Gundam is the best high grade ever. Coming in at number 8 is a show many people will probably be really fucking mad it's this low on the list, while some people will probably also be like, what's it doing here in the first place? Number 8 is ReZero, and I actually do want to do a ReZero video at some point, but to kind of sum up my thoughts here, I don't think ReZero is a masterpiece. I see all these video essays about how perfect it is and about how great it is, And honestly, there's some big problems with this show I really can't get past. But when this show nails it, it really gets it right. I really like the way it deals with themes of things like toxic masculinity and relationships and growing up and loneliness and all these good things. And it really brings it home with some fun characters, some great animation, a good story. I kind of wish they'd focus more on that story. Just great production value all around. And yeah, this is a really good show. Even if it has its flaws, the fact that there's an anime trying to do what this anime is trying to do really kind of makes me happy and puts a smile on my face. Coming in at number 7, we have my teen romantic comedy Snafu. This is one people have told me to watch for years, and I kind of wanted to stay away from. If you know anything about this show, the main character's concept, I'm like, this is gonna feel very dated and annoying, isn't it? And to be honest, season 1 very much was. I did not like the season everyone likes. I really liked the season nobody likes. And I really liked season 3. I think there's a very good emotional core to it. I really like the way it deals with relationships and romantic feelings and growing up and wanting to move on from past issues and wanting to kind of look past your own ego to what's in front of you. And I think it might have one of my favorite love confessions in all of anime. Like, there is a really solid finale here just based around showing a couple, and I really fucking dig it. Like, this is a great anime. And also, Yui Gahama, best girl of 2020. Coming in at number 6, we have Kaguyasama Love is War Season 2. Now, Season 1 of this show was very fun, it was very cute, and I enjoyed the heck out of it, but I felt like it was kind of missing something. Like, something about it just wasn't, like, really winning me over as much as I kind of would have liked for it to. Season 2, on the other hand, gets there. Like, this season really pushes the envelope of what you can do with it. Not only is there some of the best comedy we had all year in anime, but there is some serious drama here. Now, obviously, look, it's not like, oh my god, someone died or someone's pregnant or anything like that, but what it goes into with these kids and, like, their mental states and, like, their psychology and what leads them to be these very ridiculous, over-the-top personalities is very relatable and very interestingly put. I really got into every aspect of this season. I don't think there wasn't anything in it that wasn't brought to full fruition, and it's a really good show, and I feel like if you're really looking for a fresh take on romantic comedies, I think this could give you what you're looking for. Coming in at number 5, we just talked about it, still can't believe it was this good. It is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, Season 3. Holy mother of fucks, this was really good. Like, man, I know I just talked about it, so it's kind of hard to come up with something else. Just like, holy shit, who expected this? Who expected this complete upgrade in story, in character representation, in action, in animation? Like, this is what you want out of your anime. Like, yeah, it's always fun to just have, like, something that is escapism, something that you're just there to enjoy. And yeah, we always want to be, like, the new big thing, but sometimes there's just really awesome about an established franchise that has an established fan base and could just coast along doing what it's been doing the whole time. Well, there's something kind of epic about that franchise being like, nah, fuck that shit. We are gonna crank it up to 11. We're not gonna go down. This season is awesome. I don't care what anyone says. I loved it. Coming in at number 4, call me a shonen fuckboy all you want. Call me a superhero fuckboy all you want. Call me a, wait, did this really come out in 2020? Fuck, this was a long year. Number 4 is My Hero Academia Season 4. Yeah, this one was 24 episodes, so naturally I couldn't talk about it on last year's list, but I'm just gonna say this all right here. The overhaul, or Yakuza arc, whatever you want to call it, this might be my favorite arc we've gotten thus far. It is fantastic. It, like, hits the ball running. I love the new characters. I loved the action. I loved the drama. I loved the way it kind of went into that idea of maybe being a hero is a bad thing. Like, maybe it's almost self-destructive, and what it will do to you both physically and mentally is a lot, and it's dangerous, and you kind of, in both arcs, really see what this sort of society can create and what it will lead to, and I feel like it was very poignant. I feel like the drama was very intense, and like, yeah, complain about the Lemillion versus overall fight all you want, but like, look at the fight that came next! Look at that! Hell, look at all the shit with Gentle and La Brava. I was not really getting into the whole school festival arc, because sometimes I get annoyed by just how many characters are in this show, but oh my god, what they did with those two at the end there is fantastic. And that final Endeavor fight, holy fucking shit! Who was expecting that? I mean, manga readers were, but shut up! Like, it was excellent. It was fantastic. I loved this season so much. I don't care, like, yeah, maybe My Hero Academia is overhyped, but for someone like me, it really gets my blood pumping, and I really do love this shonen. Coming in at number 3, we are now at the stuff that I genuinely loved, that if you took everything else away, these would be the 3 anime of 2020 that really stood out for me and really meant a lot to me. And I'm going to be honest, 3 and 2 are pretty interchangeable. This is just what I'm feeling right now. But number 3 is Keep Your Hands Off Ezukon. Way back in January when we thought we were going to have a good year, this little gem just kind of snuck up on everybody. You saw the picture for it when you were going through Mal. You heard it was directed by the dude who did Devilman Crybaby. You saw the girls. You're like, I can't jerk off to these. But if you gave this show a try, you were delighted to this really lovable, interesting, like, examination of the animation industry, both its positive traits, both its negative traits, the way animation is made, the way it's executed, like, the drama behind that, the kind of the tax it takes on you, and how it affects these girls' lives, and how it both improves them and creates its own set of problems. I really loved this show's visual style. I really loved the way it utilized its setting. Like, there is nothing really to complain about here. Every aspect of this show was just perfect. Even the 3 girls, you kind of go in with you thinking they're gonna be one way, but by the end you're just like, you just love all 3 of them. Like, this is a fantastic anime. If you hear one sort of like art house show everyone's talking about this year, it's probably this one. And there's a reason for it. It's just genuinely fucking amazing, and you should go watch it, because I don't think not enough people saw it. So go now! Coming in at number 2 might be another controversial one for some people, because I remember that towards the end, this show got a little backlash, or maybe it was there from the beginning, I just didn't notice, but fuck them! I don't care! Number 2 is motherfucking God of High School! This was hype incarnate! Like, from the minute this show starts, the animation is on a whole nother fucking level. Like, the amount of visual humor, visual storytelling, the action, oh god, the action. And I know that's the thing everyone's praising, but these are, beyond any doubt, the best fights I've ever seen in anime, consistently at least. Every fight is epic, there is weight to it, there is technique to it, there is art to it. Everything is based around telling the story through these fights and through this action. That's not to say the characters don't have their fun moments as well. Fucking love this trio. And there's a lot of fun, goofy characters as well. You don't always need everything to have the most in-depth characters. I know I'm the guy who always goes on about characters, but your characters are there to complement your story. This is a show that is based around just the idea of fighting. And so therefore, you can have simple but lovable characters, and they can just do all the crazy action that you can imagine. Now, a lot of people felt that in this show's final, like, set of episodes, it maybe kind of derailed a bit, which is why I think a lot of people maybe kind of lost a little interest in it. But to me, it was just like, oh my god, Buddha's crushing into Korea, and they're firing a nuke, and oh my god, it's insanity! It's a fucking crazy show that is just there for your enjoyment and your entertainment. It is this year's Just Plain Fun Award winner because it is the embodiment of just plain fun. If I had to pick a show that I just enjoyed throughout, had a big goofy grin on my face the whole time, it is definitively this one. Number 1 is a show that I flew under my radar at an insanely low level. Not only that, this was a show that I had many people tell me would be right up my alley, but I just I just didn't check it out. I don't know why. I wish I did. I needed this show in my life 3 years ago when I think it first came out. Number one is Golden Kamuy. To be totally honest with you, I was not even gonna watch this. Like, literally, I think it was it was on Mondays. I think I just needed a Monday show, and I was like, well, let's give it a try. And holy shit, this is one of my favorite anime ever now. Like, I love everything about this show. First up, the setting. If you're getting sick of generic fantasy worlds and generic Tokyo and all that, watch this. Watch beautiful snow animation that really makes you feel how cold it can get in the mountains of northern Japan. Do you want some good characters? Watch a story about like a soldier dealing with war-torn issues, a little girl trying to understand her family, all these fun, really fascinating, unique characters. Also, if you've got a thing for sexy anime men, this show will deliver. Do you want a good story? Oh my god, there is so much great story here. Like, every adventure has its own unique flair. The way it integrates what was really going on in the early 20th century with its fun fantasy aspects. Okay, not fantasy, but fictional aspects. You get my fucking point. Are you looking for some good animation? Oh, that's here. Many of you may have heard about a bad CGI bear, but trust me, that's like it. That's the only problem, is the weird CGI bear. Like, there is some fantastic fights in here that cross that line from goofy anime fight into violence. This is not a show for children. If you are going to watch this anime, it is for adults, grown-ups. Granted, there is like poop and nude humor, but you know, it's mostly for adults, and I loved it, and I think you'll love it too. Everyone will love it. Everyone watch it. It's fucking awesome, and it doesn't get enough recognition. So yeah, that was my list of top 10 anime of 2020. There was a lot of great stuff, and it really invigorated me to see what's to come. We got some great stuff coming up in 2021, but I think the anime of this year will be remembered. There were so many epic things that came out this year, and so many things that people were excited for, and so many things that brought new love to the anime community. And I want in the comment section below, tell me what your favorites were. Like, I want this to be a comment section of positivity. And that's what we're going to talk about as we move forward into a new year with new anime. And one thing will always remain true, Yui Gahama is best girl.